Hi, my name is Jodi. I have been a travel agent with Archer Travel since January of 2020. Um, how I um, how I've gotten many of my clients is through social media, especially mock bookings. For those of you who don't know what a mock booking is, it's basically a booking ad. So what I tell people is you can create a new one, or if you give a quote for a client, that's a great way to move it over to make it an ad. Why mock bookings work? It's not so much that you're going to sell that trip, but it's to market yourself. So when I first started, I started 2 months before COVID shut the world down, not even 2 months. And I marketed myself every single day. So I would post 2 to 3 mock bookings a week. I would join Facebook groups every single day. And I would post on social media every single day, sharing those mock bookings. Right now, what I do is I do a mix. Sometimes I do a mock booking. Sometimes I go into Facebook groups and I introduce myself as a travel agent. So I do a little bit of each, but sometimes I'll be scrolling through social media and I scroll and I see, oh, these are pretty pictures. And then I realize I posted it. It's my post from my mock bookings. So some people will say, oh, mock bookings don't work. They won't work if you're not consistent. You have to be consistent for this. Okay. So what I do is most of my mock bookings are with VAX. I love using VAX for mock bookings. I use for my mock bookings TripAdvisor, VAX, the hotel's website, and Expedia. And the reason why I use Expedia is I will go and check for the pricing that I'm getting. If they can get it cheaper, much cheaper on Expedia, because sometimes Expedia will go and have really big sales. If it's much different, then I will not post it. But if it's just a little different, or if it's better than Expedia, then I will post it. When I first started, what I would do is I would go and I would look at different places, such as where I could fly nonstop from my local area. So I'm going to show you one thing, which I've shown to people before. Is one thing you can look at is Google Explore. Okay. So I'm in Philadelphia. So where do I want to go? I want to do the Caribbean. And I just want to do a 1 week trip in the next 6 months, or you could go and you could do specific dates. So let's do September. Done. And I'm going to do stops, nonstop only. And it shows you where you can go nonstop for 1 week. Now that's usually, it can be a Saturday to a Saturday. So just say I want to do specific dates, and I want to do September 7th through the 12th. Okay. That's where it's showing that I can go nonstop to the Caribbean. So it sort of gives you an idea, because in September, a lot of my dailies to Punta Cana are not daily anymore. So that's a good thing to always look at. You could look at Google Flights as well. And you can sort of get an idea of where you want to do a mock booking, or what dates you want to do a mock booking. For me, I usually do mock bookings for 5 nights. I just find it better cost-wise. Once a client finds you, they can always go and say, can you price me out for 7 nights? So I will do 5 nights usually. I like to do a Sunday to a Friday a lot of times because it is cheaper, but you can do different dates. So what I'm going to do is, I don't ever like to do my mock booking too close to when you're to now, because I want them to be able to put down a deposit. I also don't want it, if you need money in your pocket now, maybe not too far in advance. So I am going to do this one. Let's maybe do the 19th to the 24th. Let's see if of October. Okay, so we can do Punta Cana, and I know we can do Mexico. So I'm going to pick the 19th to 24th of October. First thing I'm going to do is go into VAX. You also can go to Google Flights and see, like I could do this. I could do Philadelphia to Cancun. And let's say I do October 12th to the 17th. Let's try that. I'm going to do nonstop. Okay, now this is the basic economy pricing, but it comes up as 316. Let's now do the 19th to the 24th. It's cheaper that week. So you could do that and sort of get an idea of what week you want to do based on the flight pricing. Now, granted, the hotel pricing might be different, but that just gives you some ideas of what you can do there. Okay, so I'm going to do the 19th to the 24th. I personally like FunJet. That's just what I like. I feel that a lot of people know about Apple Vacations, so I don't book with Apple Vacations. Not as many people hear about FunJet. So I just like to use FunJet so the consumer doesn't know about them as much. Travel Impressions is great too, but I find that they're a little more expensive. So I'm going to do from Philadelphia to Cancun. October 19th for 5 nights. I always add travel protection. Now, there is a promo code going out right now that Susan Creighton, our ALG rep, has sent to us. I could put that promo code in here to save a little bit more money. So if you're going to look for her, she emails us all the time. And if you go down to, no, that's what I'd say. Here you go to the TLN President Circle promo code. So you can use it as long as you have the charter or the scheduled air plus hotel packages. Okay. And here are hotel packages. So if I do an HIC, Iberostar, Blue Diamond, something like that, I can use it. The booking window is now through June 30th, and the travel window is now through January 31st. Okay. You should be checking these emails from her. All right. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to do flight, 0 stops, and search. While I'm doing that, I'm going to pull up TripAdvisor and I'm going to pull up Expedia. Okay. Catherine asked me to speak up a little more. Are you guys having trouble hearing me? Jeremiah, you're the only one I see. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay,
I
thank
hear
you.
you just fine. Yep.
I can hear you.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Sorry.
Do you have to only use Philadelphia? No, but that's what I'd like to use. I like to do it from my home area. So I like to do it that way. Now you can end up doing it. No, the promo codes a lot of times are not in the travel cafe. So you have to look for your emails. But I like to do it from my local area. So my goal was to build up my local area. Some people do mock bookings all over the country. I like to build up my local area. So that's just my choice. So you're going to go, I never use basic economy. I'm going to go to outbound flights and click on outbound flights. Okay. I don't love a 7 a.m. So let's see what the 8 something, it's the same price. NDC airfare for American, it really doesn't matter, but the pricing is the same if you don't use NDC. Some people ask what bulk fare versus published. Bulk is only what the travel agents get. Published is for the public. So I'm going to select this.
So when we're going through those, we ourselves, we would click the public one because we're posting or we're doing it for the public. We're not going to the bulk one.
No. Okay. You can do bulk. It's only offered to us. Yeah. You can do bulk.
Sorry, I'm very new. I just started like a couple days ago.
Yeah, no, you can do bulk.
Okay, bulk.
All right. So now I'm going to, I like to do a rating of a 5-star. I like to do adults only. That's what I prefer, all inclusive and beach. if you are going to do a family mock booking, make sure what I personally do is 2 adults and 2 children, ages 12 and under, because most all-inclusives charge a child 13 and up as an adult. So when I do the mock booking for the children, I will say the cost for 2 adults and 2 children ages 12 and under. And then I will say, can price for different prices dependent upon children's ages and, et cetera. So I will say that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I like to actually go, not preferred, I like to look price highest to lowest. How did I know about these hotels? I did a lot of research when I first started with TripAdvisor, and I just read different hotels. Okay, so I like to just see what's listed, what I can book. And I've done some of these. Now, I think it said, let me just see here. Well, that's a really good price. That's a really good price. All right, let's see what Live Aqua Cancun. Because you want to get them at a good deal, but you also want a good room. And you want to see the difference in pricing. So a premium oceanfront room versus ocean view, that's a good deal. So I'm going to select this one. If you can get something 3,000 or less, that's great. Now, granted, October is hurricane season, so that's why pricing is going to be better for this. But there are some people who don't care. I travel during that time. So, you might get some rainy days, you might not. So person usually knows that it might not be the best weather, or it could possibly be beautiful. You never know. So I have this set up. I have shared transportation. I rarely do shared. So I'm going to edit this. So shared transportation, you have, you could be waiting up to 30 minutes at the airport for other people. And you could stop at up to, I think, 2 or 3 other hotels before getting to your hotel. Secrets and Dreams Resorts have upgrade shared direct, upgrade shared direct. So that still means you could wait at the airport for other people, but you would go right to your hotel. So I personally always check private. You have private deluxe, which I don't do. Usually I just do private transportation. So right here, it's $54. It's a little bit more for 107 for that. This is just a quick thing I want to show you, not to do with my mock booking, but I had 7 passengers before and I didn't realize. You just click on that and it can do 7 to 10 passengers. So I'm going to add this to the cart and I'm going to remove the shared transfer. Okay. All right. So right here, it did not give me that the money, the savings, because it was not part of one of those brands that it said you could save money there. But this is still a great price, less than $3,000 for somebody to travel. I will up it a little bit to $2,950. But first thing I'm going to do, and what you guys have to get in the habit of doing, is going into TripAdvisor. I've stayed at this property and I'm actually staying there again next week. So I know that I love it. It is in the hotel zone. So it's not like a spread out property like some of the properties in Riviera Maya. But the first thing I do is I'm always going to make sure it's a 4.5 or higher. If I see a 4.0, I'm not going to really promote it. I really don't. That's just me. So I just sort of, check the latest reviews, make sure they're good. I just absolutely love it. So we check that. Next thing we're going to check, Expedia.com, not Expedia Tap. Okay. You're going to go to packages. And actually, before I do this, I think I had some questions. So I want to sort of, I hate Zoom sometimes. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Okay, you're going to go to packages. You are going to go leaving from Philadelphia to Live Aqua, Cancun. The dates are, for anyone who's ever trained on Zoom, you know what I'm going through when you have things pop up everywhere. October 19th to the 24th for 2 travelers. And I just want to make sure that my pricing is around the same. Now, Expedia, I'm not going to get the travel protection. All right, let's see. So right now you're looking at $13.39 per person, okay? That's without doing certain things. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the room. So my room is different. My room is going to be oceanfront. So already it just jumped up there. So this is why I get a lot of new agents saying, I can't get, Expedia beats my prices every time. You're not doing it correctly. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it is the nonstop flight. Great. It looks like 0. It's not. I don't do basic economy. It's plus $38 extra. Okay. So I'm going to select main cabin. Okay. Already I know that we're more expensive, but I'm still going to show you the next step. Here, we don't have travel protection and we don't have car yet. So let's go and do that once this pulls up. Okay. So we've got coming back just an extra $3 per person, or $3. I don't know if it's per person or not. I think it is per person though. And now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do a private minivan. Okay. And this pricing right now is $3,300 without the travel protection. So we're good. Okay. So this is less than $3,000. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up.
Scott and I are helping you in the chat.
Okay, I'm just trying to look. Oh, you're doing the chats? Okay, good, good, good. Thank you. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to get photos. So you can do photos a couple different ways. You can go on here, click Live Aqua Cancun. And if it pulls up, they have some photos here. A lot of times though, when you save the image, it's going to be a web file. You can also go to the hotel's website. And you can go to find their gallery. And okay, it's just, oh, there we go. Okay, so I could do the gallery. And sometimes it lets you, so that does let you save it as a JPEG. So you can do that. I usually try and find 4 to 5, actually 4 pictures is what you really like. So I'm going to try and find the room. It's different because if you're showing that you're going to be ocean, just say you're saying you're going to be garden view, but the room shows ocean view, you can't post that because that's not what you're offering. This is, I'm guessing, an ocean front room because there's the ocean right there. So I'm going to save this image. Okay. I like to do a dining. Usually I like to do a dining if we can find either the ocean or something that looks really neat. I love their hidden garden. I'm going to use that as a dining. By the way, if you ever go to this restaurant, you have to, or this hotel, you have to get their habanero cream soup. It is to die for. And let's look at pool and beach. I love this picture. I just think, don't you want to just be there? So I'm going to use that one. Okay. So I've got my pictures. So are there any restrictions when using photos from the galleries for marketing purposes? So when I look at TripAdvisor, I only will look at management photos, but for the hotels, I don't believe there is, because you're marketing for them to sell for them. So, but I'm not a legal person, so take what I say. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to make this into a post. Feel free, you can follow my page. That's fine. I've had agents who have actually gone and shared my mock bookings. Guys, that helps me, not you. Make it your own, figure out how you want to do mock bookings. So I do mine the same every single time. I'm going down, because what I do is I copy and paste. And have I changed it over the years? Yes, 100%. I've changed how I've done it. This is a while since I've done a mock, so give me a second. Okay, so this is my last mock I did. I always say what it is, how much it is, the dates, what it includes, if I can hold the booking, what the deposit is. As long as the deposit's going to be less than like $400, $450, I will put it in there. You need a call to action, how they can reach out to you. So just say, I just say call or text. And they say, yeah, we're reaching out for that trip. What trip? So always have a call to action. I always put, can price different departure airports, number of travelers, hotel room, and dates. Price subject to change in availability. And if I do it for children, like a family, price subject to change in availability and ages of children, something like that. Okay. So I copy and paste. Okay. Oops, where am I going? So then I'm going to go to, I have already set up my Instagram with my Facebook. Please don't ask me how to do it. I Google how to do it. And I'm going to make a post. Now, it's funny. I always think make a post, it has to be for that. It's not. Just click make a post. And if you don't have Meta Business Suite, you can just do your post right at the top of your page in Facebook. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the text in there, and I do it as paste as plain text, so it brings in the emojis. I'm going to add my photos. Okay, they're going to be auto cropped. I don't like them to auto crop it. I like to do it myself because they're going to be auto cropped for Instagram. But I did hear through somebody, a digital marketing guy, that Instagram might be doing the same sizes as Facebook soon. So I just go in, I hit the edit. You can do square. I like to do horizontal, because they all have to fit into Instagram. Last one. Apply. Okay. All right. So then I have to decide, what do I want? Do I want that as the first picture? Do I want this as the first picture? The bed doesn't look right there. I think I might have to try the bed over here. Nope, I don't like the bed in that picture. All right, that could be an issue. Well, they can click on it, so I guess that's fine. Okay, so let's put this in the middle. Or let's put the bed. I like the bed in the middle personally. And I might put, what do you think is better, first picture? Let's do this one. Let's do it that way. Okay. The information from VAX was copied and you pasted on Facebook. No, I copied what I've posted before, which is basically how I do my posts. Now I'm going to go and fix it. I've done the photos. Now I'm going to go and fix it. So I'm going to do 5 nights in Cancun. It's going to be $29.50 for 2 adults. So how I did $29.50 is it's coming up $29.45. And I'm going to add $5 a little bit just in case it goes up in price. I've sometimes added $10, $15. Okay. And the dates, what it includes. So this room is a premium oceanfront king room. It's a premium oceanfront king room at a 5-star adults only all inclusive. I will go over questions in a bit. Let me just get this done. So how do I know it's 5-star? This is what I do. I look up the hotel. It tells me it's 5-star. I go by what that says, and that's what I do. Then I'm going to see. So if you then go to email print itinerary, you will see if anything's included. Okay. So a lot of secrets properties have other things included. I'm not putting that anything is included here, but it would show it either on email print itinerary or right here if there are extras. So there are no extras. So I'm just going to say nonstop flights from Philadelphia and private hotel transfers and cancel for any reason travel insurance. Okay. So how do I know how long I can hold the booking for? Go back to email print itinerary. When you click on it, you will scroll down and you will see when the deposit is due. The deposit is due in 3 days. And what is the amount that's due? So it is $340 per person, basically. Okay, so you can always check if you're able to hold it. So 3 days and then $340 per person due at booking. Call or text. Cancun in October. Okay. Can price different departure airports, number of travelers, hotel room and dates. So I'm going to do vacation, travel, Cancun, Mexico, beach, honeymoon, anniversary trip, getaway, travel agent, JZW travel. So that's what mine's going to look like. If you want to see what it looks like in Instagram, you click and that's how it looks in Instagram. All right, let me go over some questions before I go and post this. All right, okay, some of this. Did you first go into your Facebook, then into your business page and not direct? No, I went, right now I'm on my business page. I will show you how I post in a second, Virginia. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to go and publish this. But before I publish it, I'm going to go and copy. I'll show you why. So while that's publishing, I'm going to go into my LinkedIn business page, create, start a post, do my photos. Move my photos where I want them. Okay, next. So it's going to come out looking like that. How did I have this one? Bet you I did. I should have done that over there, but that's fine. I'm going to go paste as plain text. And there you go. Boom. I just posted it there too. I personally don't put it on my personal page for either Facebook or LinkedIn. I like to keep LinkedIn separate. Right now I have over 10,000 followers on my business page on LinkedIn. Once in a blue moon, I might share it, but I feel that my personal page of LinkedIn is more about networking, not about selling. That's just me. I'm old school when it comes to LinkedIn. Okay, so then I'm going to go in to here. Okay, so you see it's right there. All right, this is where it's tricky. Okay, so number one, you want to join Facebook groups. You should be joining 5 to 7 Facebook groups every day. no more than that. I'm actually going to show you group. No, that's not it. I'm going to share this in I'm going to share this into the chat, and I'll show you why I'm sharing it. Okay. So the reason I am sharing it is right here. I've copied a group spreadsheet. I'm not giving you my groups. Gotta get your own groups, people. But I have group name, date last posted, what I posted, number of followers. You should be joining 5 to 7 groups a day, and you should be adding the groups on here. So you want to do that. So I'm going to go to my groups. Okay. So every single morning, the first thing I do is I share into 5 groups for booking and 5 groups for building. I am a team builder as well. All right. So next thing I do is I will check my day. So I'm going to check today and see, can I post anywhere? I can post in Boyertown yard sale and Downingtown area online yard sale. When you are joining Facebook groups, you want to look at things such as, you want to look at moms groups, wedding groups, yard sales, garage sales, community groups, things of that nature, and join them. But you need to read, the rules. You need to make sure that, what was I going to say? You need to read the rules. And if they say you can post on the 1st and the 15th, that should be on your calendar, the 1st and the 15th. Okay. So you need to read the rules of what will let you. A big pet peeve I have is agents saying, I can't join any groups. I would not be in over 200 groups if you could not join groups. You can read the rules, respect the rules. Some say no links. Some say, only post once a week, whatever it is, you need to read the rules. Okay. And so I will post that. I will put that on my calendar if I'm only allowed to post certain days. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. This is where it's tricky, as myself. Okay, so you want to be as yourself, looking at your business page. And how you know that it's yourself is you look at your little icon up there. How do I connect what I'm posting when to my calendar? I just post the group name on the days that I'm allowed to post for those groups. So that's all I do. Yes. And yes, a lot of groups only let personal profiles. I only use my personal profile when I will join groups. Because number one, if you're going to look at me, I'm public, number one. But even if I wasn't, here's my photo. I'm a mom of 3 kids, married. You can get sort of that from that. I post things on here. I don't keep things private because I'm not worried. I mean, if I want to post something private and have nobody else know about it, I just will post that private, but everything else is public. So people can go in and see, oh, she's a real person. Oh, you know what? She has, this one is friends with her. We have mutual friends. I want them to get to know me because it's very hard to trust somebody over the internet. So, oops, I just messed up. Give me a second. So again, you want to be you joining groups. You want to post. So now we're going to share this into groups. So I'm myself in my business page. You can write some little heading. You can do something like that. What I do, I copy and paste. The reason I copy and paste is because sometimes when you share it into groups, everything's shown at the bottom. I want them to see it. Okay. So I'm going to go to share, go to group right here. I'm going to do Downingtown. Downingtown area online yard sale. And paste as plain text. But what I'm going to do is go and make little paragraphs again to make it look good. Okay. So I'm going to show you how quickly it takes to post to 5 different ones. Now in my groups, I'm going to go to Downingtown. I'm going to put the date of today. I put A1, that means afternoon 1, because I do 5 different things. I'm going to put October or Cancun in October. So what I called it. And then I put live aqua. So I know what I posted about. Okay. Now I'm going to go down to Boyertown yard sale. All right. They let me post on Mondays and Fridays. So I'm going to share it in Boyertown. Okay. Add that there. Okay. And then I'm going to go to where I left off. So 6, 12, 6, 13. Okay. Wildwood, New Jersey. I don't do to more than 5 because like I said, I also do team building. So I don't want to go into Facebook jail. And Hamilton. Again, if you were doing it for all over the country, you can do all over the country. I just picked, I picked things that are within about a 60-mile radius of the Philadelphia airport. Those are the places that I like to post. And then Pocono. And I will answer your questions in a second. I actually want to go back and show you one thing I did not do. Before I go back to this, when you are in VAX, I meant to say this. If you go to save itinerary right here, Cancun in October, live aqua. Okay, I saved it because when you're going to go and enter this, you're going to go tonight and you're going to do this again. You need to retrieve the saved itinerary. You need to pull it up and see if it's the same price. Just say it went up to $3,300. I'm not going to keep sharing that mock booking. I'm going to do a new one. Okay, so every time you're going to reshare, you know, night, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, retrieve the saved itinerary. All right, I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, and I'm going to go to these 5 shares. And I'm going to right click and open the link in a new tab. Usually if it's black, they have posted it. If it's gray, Boyertown has an admin that always has to look through things. Okay, so this is what I do. Pocono, 25,100. Discussion, you go to discussion, and there I am. Okay, so I'm going to do Pocono. Okay, so right now we've got 25,100. Do something here. All right, and then we're going to go to Hamilton Winslow. Again, it's going to be in discussion, usually not buy and sell. That's 8,900. Okay. Then we're going to go into Wildwood, New Jersey. 15,100. Okay. And also what I do, this is just what I do. I put an X if it's been posted. If it's not posted, then I don't put the X. All right. And then we have Boyertown yard sale is 16,800. Where's my A2? Okay. And then we have Downingtown, 15,400. Okay. So how many people? It just was posted, not including Boyertown, because I know they'll approve it, but they didn't yet. 64,500 people are in those groups. That is free advertising for you for those groups. Okay. What you want to do is you want to go back at certain times and you want to go back to it and go to insights. So right now, 64 views. Okay. My highest has been 31,000 views. My average is usually about 5 to 10,000 views, free advertising. My last one I did had 85% non-followers over here. I want those non-followers. Some of them will go, if you ever see that somebody likes your post, somebody's liking my post, but if somebody likes your post right here, you click on it. You have to click on it as your business and it would say invite, and you can invite them. I've invited a lot of people and that's how I have built up my page a lot of times. Okay, so you want to invite them to your page. What you will find is people might start following you, following your page on their own because they're like, oh, that looks good. Okay, so it's consistency with either posting in groups, answering questions in groups. Sometimes just answer a question. I've had people who have said, I need a car service. And I say, oh, I love this one guy, Norm. That's who I send all my clients to. I don't make any money from Norm, but I will put that in there. Okay. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. My link tree isn't the best, Joanne. I'm not going to click on it. You can click on my link tree. We got to work on that. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So interesting. Do you leave groups when they haven't approved a post after a certain amount of time? Kayla, I used to. And then I realized, why am I leaving? I take them off my list of entering new ones, but I don't go leave it because you never know. You might have an admin. I just had an admin approve something from literally a year ago. So you never know. So I don't leave the group, but I take it off my list. I give myself, if they don't post twice, then I remove it from my list. Okay. Yes, if somebody likes something on your post, you can go into your business page, and that meaning they had to have liked it on the business page, not what you shared, but on the business page. Priscilla, I have no clue. I have no clue the best time to post. You can probably Google that or chat GPT it. I just post when I post, and I figure if somebody wants to see it, they can see it. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to stop recording. I'll stay on for a little bit. Oh, wait, how long do you repost the same mock booking before you switch to another one? Michaela, if the pricing is the same, I will keep doing it, usually for a couple days. The only time I will not do it is if I see it's not going anywhere. If I check my insights and it's not going anywhere. The one thing I will say, thanks, Julie, I am not a fan of scheduling mock bookings. Because what if I schedule it for, I work on Sundays to do all my posts and I schedule it for Wednesday. How do you know what the pricing is going to be on Wednesday? I don't schedule it then. I don't take my posts down from my business page. So if the pricing goes up, it stays on my business page because it says price subject to change, but I don't share it anymore, if that makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you guys for saying that. Feel free to say that to other people. Because not everybody gets on my trainings.
Well, I didn't even unmute, but let me just say, y'all have no idea. This woman is the mock booking queen, and that way it'll be on the recording. And this is such valuable information. I mean, in 47 minutes, this woman has shown us how to do everything there is to do with a mock booking. And I just want to say one thing on the LinkedIn, don't copy and paste hers, because LinkedIn is getting so much smarter, and they will flag Jodi and they will flag you. So definitely make it your
Don't.
own. You probably said that, but I had to run upstairs.
No, I did not say that. I just said overall, don't copy mine. You have to make it your own. You got to make it your own. But definitely join groups every single day. You should be joining 5 to 7 groups. I have a list here of what I have to do every day. And the first thing says 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means post in the morning, post in the afternoon, post at night. Honestly, I don't post that much anymore. I don't post mocks that much. I will every single day. My first thing I do is I post 5 jobs and 5. So either a mock booking or introducing myself into groups, and 5 jobs and 5 travel. The first thing, I do not respond to a client. I don't do anything until I do that, because that is the first thing I'm going to do every day. You have to get in the habit. Why don't I do it 3 times a day? I don't need to anymore. To be quite honest, I don't need to. I did it for so many years and I built up my clientele. But that being said, I still need to be present in these chats. They still need to see me. And what you will find, if you pair a mock booking or introducing yourself into a group with networking, you will find that when you're networking and you post something into a group, people will say, oh, I just booked a trip with Jodi. She's great. Or I loved, working with her. And people will respond to those posts in these groups. So, and that's how, you can build up your business. Okay. And remember, guys, mock bookings are not that you're going to sell that trip. I've probably only sold 5% of mock bookings. It's for people to start following your page. It's marketing. It's, it's getting you out there, getting, somebody scrolling like me, looking and going, oh, those pictures are pretty. And then I realized, oh, that's what I posted. So, it's people looking. Kim, I see your hand raised. Do you have a question? I cannot hear you.
Hear me?
You're very far away, but I'm turning my volume up. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is this better? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You said when you get done creating that post, here is where it gets tricky. Okay, can you, what did you say? How did you?
What I said is you need to share it into groups as yourself from your business page. So you're in Facebook as yourself, you search for your business page, and you share it into groups as yourself. So you have to be in your business page as yourself, and that's how you share it. Okay, you don't want to be in as your business page on your business page. You want to be in as yourself. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sure. Tamara, you had a question?
Yeah, just a really quick question, because I'm over here on the West Coast, and of course I do post nationwide because I'm not picky, but I'm just trying to find spots to send people for these mock bookings from San Diego, for instance, because its market is pretty small, and I know I saw the face, so I get that. It's kind of like, well,
yeah, I was thinking Cabo, Hawaii. I don't like doing Hawaii mocks, really. I like doing all-inclusive mocks personally, but I probably do a lot of Cabo.
Yeah, so I've done Cabo and I've done
Puerto Vallarta,
and I actually did a San Francisco one at Valentine's Day. I left my heart in San Francisco. I thought it was clever. Didn't get a word, So
here's the thing with mock bookings too. You want to post what you want to sell. So I don't want to sell the US. The commissions aren't as high as if I did all inclusives. So you want to post what you want to sell. You want to post what you want to go to as well. So I know for Live Aqua, if I were to book that, I would get a free night stay and $50 or minimum because they have a rewards program.
Right.
Also
right.
want to think about like do a lot of secrets because then you can get rewards with them and things of that nature.
Right. Okay, thanks. I really appreciate that response.
Sure. All right. Before we end, any last questions, guys?
I have one real quick.
Okay.
The first of all, what you just said about the rewards, do we need to sign up for those rewards or just by booking as a travel agent we get
No,
them?
it depends. A lot of them,
Okay.
it's but you have to sign up. And if you saw, I don't know if you were on earlier,
When you posted the
link.
Google, yes,
Yeah.
I got it.
So if
I
you
got it.
see at the end of it, I have rewards programs.
Okay. And I think
Um,
somebody else posted that on another training, but I wanted to reiterate, I know this, it's like beating a dead horse. You've said this multiple times. We're joining the groups from our personal because obviously a lot of them don't allow group.
Right.
Then I understand what you said about that. So what you said about sharing from your personal sharing, that I understand that. When people follow you that way, are they often following your personal page, or when you share it that way, it
A lot of
automatically
times
has them
they'll follow
following
my business page because
your
they'll go
business
to the
page?
business because they want to know something about the business.
Something about the business? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was trying to just clarify, that it would have them following your business. It doesn't matter to me. I have it set up both ways, but I was just curious about that. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. And on that, on this, I do also have all my links. I have my YouTube. I will put this in the chat again. I have my YouTube on there. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you learned something from this. I would love put in chats or put somewhere, message me, let me know if you've started doing this now, how it's going for you. Check your insights. But you got to remember, like, don't do it once and then 3 weeks later say it's not working, because you have to be consistent. Okay. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Trying to find where my host tools are for stopping my recording. And did I not record this? Yes, I did.
You did. It's
Oh, there
still
it is. There it is. It's because I had something else. All right. Bye, guys.